Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually on the phone right now with Kevy and I realized, oh, I haven't even started my vlog yet. So I thought that I would let Kevin say hello to you guys before I really get into it. So Kevy, do you want to say hello to everybody in the vlog?
Hello, if you already subscribed to me, subscribe to me.
Kevin and I are actually having a, do I have anything on my face? I didn't even look at my face before I started vlogging this. Kevin and I are actually having a little kiki about his new book idea. Is that funny to you?
You're having a what? Yeah.
A kiki.
What's that?
You never heard of people having a kiki? You're so straight. You're such a straight boy. Kiki is like a little meaning, a little like having a little
I thought he watched Drag Race.
No, I want him to watch it with me.
Well, I thought you said teepee.
No, a little kiki. There's a whole song like "Let's have a kiki," right? It's like when you and your girlfriends. It's when you're the girls and the gays and the theys all have a little hangout session.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm a little kiki about Kevin's story. Exciting stuff.
Wait, was that all on camera? Was that all on camera?
Yeah. Alright guys, well I'm going to say some super secret stuff to Kevy that you can't hear, and then I'll be back to say more for the vlog. Hey guys, it's your girl Laura here at Laura Writes. Ding. And yeah, it's time for another weekend vlog. And it's actually pretty late on Saturday. It's almost 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 20th. I meant to start this vlog sooner, but I feel like I always say that. I'm looking as disheveled as always, wearing the pajamas I wore last weekend vlog. You know, at least you know what you're getting yourself into. So I didn't work on as much this week as I thought I would, since I had such a great day on Sunday. I did talk through a lot of ideas with Aaron. I just haven't written them down yet. I'm really needing to work on working on my book during the week. Before it was like the opposite. I could only work during the week and I was never doing it on the weekends. But now it's like I only get stuff done on the weekends and I need to make it every day. So I think Aaron and I were talking about this, and what I'm going to try to do is at least one 20-minute sprint every day of writing during the week. So we'll see. But I really wanted to use this weekend to get a lot done with my book, because I don't have to film anything this weekend because I already pre-filmed last weekend. And so far today though, I haven't done anything with my book. I did my usual weekend routine, watched a lot of TikTok, and watch some travel vlogs. Aaron and I are getting inspired for our first big trip. We do have a couple of small trips planned for this summer, since we haven't done anything in forever, and we're getting our first vaccine on Monday. So if we're pretty sure, we don't know which one we're getting. They don't tell you till you go, but most likely we'll have a 2-shot one, because I don't think they have the Johnson & Johnson at the health department where we're going. So I think it's if you do about 3 to 4 weeks apart. I think my in-laws got theirs 3 weeks apart. So that means like we'll get it here at the end of March, and then we'll get the next one at the end of May. No, end of April. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So try that again. We're getting the first one end of March, second one around end of April. And so then we want to wait until the end of May. We want to get through all the way of May before we know that we're fully, like, all the vaccinated stuff is working. And so then we're looking to June to be the first time that we really kind of start venturing out again. Of course, we are still going to practice all guidelines, because we know that it's still contagious. We could still catch it, and we could still spread it. So we still plan to wear masks and sanitize 6 feet apart, etc., etc. But we're excited that like we can actually leave, because we've been too scared and too cautious to do anything, even with the rules in place. So my nephew, well, obviously my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew and my sister-in-law's family are going to the Outer Banks at in June. So we are thinking of driving up to the Outer Banks to spend a couple days with them. And then I think at the end of June into July, we might be planning a trip for my father-in-law's birthday to just go up to Asheville, which is only, again, a few hours from here. So we're getting excited for that, but we're trying to plan a big trip for either end of this year, beginning of next year. And we were thinking about maybe going to New Orleans, but I think we're actually leaning more towards doing a Disney cruise. To like the Bahamas. So yeah, so we've been watching a lot of vlogs and thinking about doing our own travel vlogs on my other channel, which I mentioned in my last weekend vlog, that we're wanting to do some travel vlogs again. So yeah, so that's what I've done so far, but now I need to work. And I did talk to Kevin. He wanted to talk to me about this middle grade book idea he has. We were brainstorming some ideas. I think he's got a really exciting idea. I feel really excited for him. He has had some, well, I don't want to give anything away for him, but I'm excited for him. So, but now that I talked to him about his book, it's time for me to work a little bit on my book. So my plans for this weekend are really simple. I just want to get as much outlined and zero drafted of this as I can, because I really want to do the first draft during camp, and I'm getting really nervous that that's not going to happen. So ideally, as I told you guys, I did have to go back to Act 1 to fix a few things, and I'm actually going to add 1 or 2 chapters to Act 1. So my plan is to try to get that all done by this weekend and be completely done with Act 1. In addition to that, I would like to finish some books. I started so many books in February and I didn't finish them, that I want to try to finish a couple of them, and I'm close to finishing this one. I'll show you. So this was the first YA horror that came out this year that I got, which is Don't Tell a Soul. So I'm going to try to finish this one. And then I'm also almost done with Devouring Gray on audio. So I'm going to try to finish that one this weekend as well. And we're cleaning. I did a lot of cleaning this morning, and we're kind of doing like sprints, you know, where we like clean a little, read a little, clean a little, work my book a little, that kind of stuff. So that's what the weekend looks like for today and tomorrow. That is the forecast, if you will. I didn't really introduce myself. I usually try to introduce myself in the beginning in case you're new. So if you're new here, my name is Laura and I'm a young adult writer. I'm currently writing a young adult horror, and I'm hoping to be ready to query it by the end of this year. So yeah, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, and interested in watching me, you know, chronicle my journey towards querying and trying to become traditionally published. And I also do a lot about writing craft and stuff like that. So if you're interested and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now we got that out of the way. I think I'm going to go work on my stuff and check in a little bit later. So deuces. Hey guys, I am here to check in for the end of the night. Cue Falcor snoring to signal the end of the night. It's about 1 a.m. and I wasn't as productive as I would have liked today, but I did get some writing done in my book. So let me just back up. So I did read a good amount in Don't Tell a Soul, right? That was called? Yeah. And so I read a good amount in that. I'm getting really close to finishing that book, so I'm hoping to maybe finish that this weekend. And then we did watch some more travel vlogs, and we may have watched a lot of travel vlogs, but they were so good. And I just am really craving getting out of the house. So that went on a little longer than I wanted, but then I finally went back to working on my my zero draft of Act 1, and I was really hoping that maybe I could get it all done tonight, because I kind of already have like most of it done slash like figured out. But I was kind of like, I had a feeling the inciting incident, which happens in the, as of right now, 3rd chapter, which may be a little early, but I'm just gonna leave it for now because I'm trying not to like overthink and just redo Act 1 a million times. So I'm just gonna leave it for now, even though it may be too early. But I wanted to write the inciting incident scene, and it's a difficult one. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm trying not to obsess about how I feel about things right now because it is just a 0 draft and I can fix so much of it, but it's just not in my nature to do that. So I'm like fighting it so hard because I kind of want to be like, this is horrible. The whole thing is horrible. Start all over. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. So I actually did finish it, and I had written a small smidge of it last weekend when I worked on it, so I finished basically the rest of that chapter. So I did not finish the next 2 chapters, but I think I'll be able to get them done tomorrow. But let me tell you how many words I wrote. Just give me 1 second. So I wrote 1,437 words in the 0 draft, so I have about 4,000 words so far officially in the 0 draft. And yeah, so since it's so late, and that was really draining, because that chapter, I have 0 drafted it at 1,680 words, which is a lot for a 0 draft. And so I'm just going to edit there, and then tomorrow try to do more on it than I did today. Yeah, so I'd like to do more, and then also possibly finish that book. So I think right now what I'm gonna do is Aaron's watching the new Justice League movie, which I wasn't really interested in. I know a lot of you are interested in it, although I will admit I was a little intrigued by a few of the things I saw. But anyway, I'm gonna go lay down and read until I go to sleep, and then tomorrow is a new day where I hope to get more done than I did today. That my goal is to get those other 2 chapters done. I need to do that this weekend. I want to get it done. I need to move forward. So especially if I want to get this all 0 drafted by the end of the month, which is looking highly like unlikely. Like I feel like it's like a 99% chance I'm not gonna finish it, but I'm gonna work as hard as I can and still try. So that's why I said I have to at least get 2 chapters done tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about what I need to get done, and I'm gonna go read, and then I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Good night. Hey guys, it's Sunday. It's a little after 3 p.m. I've been up since right around noon and did my usual weekend routine in the morning. Falcor's doing his usual routine of snorting in my videos and staring at me like he needs something. I don't know what you need, bro, but we'll come to you in a minute. Let Mama do this. So, I watched some TikTok, had my coffee and bagel for breakfast. We watched a couple of YouTube videos, including some travel vlogs. It's called hyperfixation, people, okay? Look it up. It's a thing that people endure, okay? So anyway, but now it is time to start getting down to work because I started way late yesterday. Really, now Achilles is in here wanting to just slop up the water. I sound like I'm in a freaking farm. By all means, all animals, please just take over. Anyway, I started working on stuff way too late. Oh, last night I did read quite a bit more in Don't Tell a Soul, so I think I'll be able to finish that today. But I wanted to get started earlier on writing and reading and all that stuff because I started late yesterday. I've said that like 5 times now. Lacey, really? Were you jealous that Achilles and Falcor were making so many noises in my video that you needed to add to it? I don't know why it took me so long to finish that sentence, but don't look at me like that, girl. Anyway, let me try to finish this clip. So, so what we're gonna do is I absolutely hated every single word that I wrote last night. But I am not gonna let myself get bogged down in it, and I'm second guessing and wanting to like do it over again, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I'm actually not gonna do it. So what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna have Aaron read over my summary. Go with daddy.
Come on, let's go outside. Come on.
Thank you, babe. So I'm gonna have Aaron read over my summary and just give me a little bit of feedback because I just hated every single aspect of it. It is the inciting incident scene, and it is so hard, you guys. I think it might be the hardest scene I've ever had to write. It's a lot. I don't want to give too much away or anything, but it's a lot. It's a trigger warning scene, to be honest. And so I just didn't really know how it should be orchestrated, and I'll probably change it like 50 times, but I needed to get something on the book so I could just move forward in my mind. So anyway, I wanted Aaron to read it though, just so that I could get like some initial feedback to maybe tweak some things a little bit maybe before I move on, but I am going to use that as the stand-in for it by now. But I do have a feeling, like I said, that that's probably going to be a scene that I revise many times, because it's a tough one, and I just feel like it needs to be done perfectly to do the scene justice and to do the story justice and all of that. So anyway, Aaron's gonna read that. While he's reading that, I'm gonna read a little bit more of my book, and then I'm gonna get some feedback from him. We'll probably have a little discussion. I'll probably make a few adjustments, and then I'm gonna move forward and try to finish. I have 2 more chapters in Act 1 that I'm gonna try to zero draft today. I have a pretty good idea of what's gonna happen in them. So I have some like stuff from, sorry, the dog's distracting me outside even. And I have some stuff from a previous version I'm gonna carry over. So I think I can get those, zero drafted today. I would love to even go beyond that today, but I'm just gonna try to focus on just getting those. So I'm gonna go get into bed. We are washing our sheets and pillows and everything, so the bed is looking not very enticing, but I sit at a desk all day for work. Last night I ended up working at the desk a little bit, just because I needed to like switch things up, but also Aaron was watching a movie, and so I kind of wanted to be out of the vision of it. We have other spaces in our house that I could do. So we do have a living room. We do have a dining room that is just ours, not the in-laws. But this is kind of like our own little studio space. Our room is the size, our bedroom is the size of, like, it could be a studio. It's the size of like our old apartment, to be honest. So we've kind of got it broken up where we can be doing different things in the space. And Aaron and I just like to be near each other. I don't know why I went off on this tangent about why I was doing something here. What I'm trying to say is I need to go do the thing and have Aaron read the thing, and then we'll talk about the thing, and then I'll work on the thing, and then I'll come back and tell you about the thing. And I think I had too much coffee this morning because I'm being weird. So I'm gonna go read and then write and then do other things, and we'll check in a little bit. Okay, bye for now. Hey guys, just doing a quick check-in. This is not the last check-in of the evening, but the day did get a little away from me again. It's 9 o'clock, well, almost 9:30. And I read a little bit, and I wrote a little bit in the 4th chapter. Now remember, I'm trying to get through 4 and 5. It's looking like that's not gonna happen, but I did write about 500 words in chapter 4. But I think these are gonna be longer chapters than I was expecting in my mind, of like all the stuff I need to describe. So I'm at least gonna get chapter 4 done tonight, and I'm still gonna try to get chapter 5, which would have me done with Act 1. And I'm also not done reading the book. But in my defense, I wasn't expecting frenemies. You know, if you know, you know. I wasn't expecting frenemies to go live for like 2.5 hours. So I did watch a little bit of that as well. And so that just kind of put off my timing of what I thought I was gonna get done today. So now I'm gonna try. We are having a late dinner because of that. So we have some chicken and rice and veggies that we're gonna have tonight. And then while I wait on that, I'm gonna try to read a little and write a little bit more. And then eat, and I'll, you know, check back in a little bit. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Basically just working on my writing. Oh, Aaron did read the chapter that I absolutely hated. Absolutely hated. And still, I have not gone back to look at it because I feel like I can't look at it right now. If I go back and look at it, I'm going to want to, like, delete it. But Aaron, what were your thoughts?
It was really good. It was awesome. I think you're crazy for thinking that. That you wanted to delete it. No, I thought it was really good. I mean, obviously it's the bare bones. It's just kind of thoughts on page, but
you could see that happening like that.
Visualize it as a movie, like I often.
But do you think that like it's a good description of the events?
Yeah.
But do you see why? It's a big scene.
It is a big scene,
and so it feels like it needs to be handled delicately.
Yeah, but you're not trying to do that right now.
Right.
You're
Fair
trying
enough.
to just get it raw almost.
Right, but I just want to set it up at least so that I can write it delicately.
You can tweak the delicateness of it.
Yeah.
Trying to stumble over that word. As you go, you can make it more like kind of harsh or scary or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a little less. So depending on what you want to do.
Yeah. So there's the tea. Sis on that chapter. I'm feeling okay about 4. I'm realizing that I didn't have as much of it imagined as I thought. As I'm trying to write, I'm like, oh, this isn't enough. I gotta flesh this out more. So, and I'm bringing in another element in chapter 5 that was not in a previous version. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna weave that in either. I'm making this so complicated for myself. Why? Oh, I hope this pays off later when I finally finish the 0 draft that I put so much work into the 0 draft that I'm hoping it'll make the other drafts go by quicker. If not, then I'm just an overall like failure at learning how to do things. So blame it on my brain. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to trying because I do want to finish the book and I at least want to finish chapter 4. So I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully I'll make some more progress. Hey guys, it is now the end of the night. Sorry if this might be a little more zoomed in than I usually do, but Aaron is laying over here in bed, doesn't want to be in the shot. It is 1:15 a.m. I know I have to work in the morning, but I wanted to finish this book, which I just did. Don't Tell a Soul. It's by Kirsten Miller, who is Jason Segel's co-writer for that Nightmare series and some other things as well. So I finished that and yeah, I finished it. And it was a book that I read. And that's all I have to say about that. So anyway, finished that, which was the first YA like horror that came out this year. So I'm ready to move on to another one. I do still have about an hour and a half of The Devouring Grey to listen to. I'll probably finish that tomorrow during work. And my book. So I did finish chapter 4 and I wrote a little bit into chapter 5, but I just knew it wasn't going to happen tonight because it was too late. So I'm a little disappointed that I didn't meet my goal of finishing Act 1, but I did. Hold on, I got a total. For the whole weekend, I wrote 2,540 words. So last weekend I think it was 2,600 words, so a little less than last weekend, but I still think a respectable amount for the weekend. I mean, essentially in 2 days. So that's like a little over 1,000 words a day, which is good for me. What has not been good for me, if I'm being completely honest, is I've just not been working on the book during the week, and I've really got to get into a better habit. There's just no way I'm gonna get this done, 0 drafting, by April 1st if I don't start doing it during the week. This is the last week of March. I have one more weekend, so next weekend vlog, make sure if you're not already subscribed that you hit that subscribe button so you can hang out with me next weekend and see if I'm actually able to finish. I am gonna go out on a limb here and say probably not, but I still have time, so I don't want to have no in my heart. but my mind is saying, it's not gonna happen, girl. So we'll see, we'll see. But I do feel good about the progress that I have made. I feel good about what is going on in the book, and you know, that's all I can really do right now. I think I have about 5, 6, maybe like 7,000 words. I can't look, it's all the way across the room, but it's around there. I think when Act 1 will be done, Act 1 will have around 10,000, which is about half of what it should, right? Typically for an 80,000 word, it would have 20,000, which is kind of what I'm aiming for, is to do half. I'm kind of aiming for this version to be about a 40,000 zero draft, and then bump up to an 80,000 first draft. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah. And I don't know if this week is going to be good for me though, because we are getting the vaccine tomorrow. I don't know which one it is, but most likely it'll be a 2-shot one. So we're just getting the first shot tomorrow evening after I get off work. I do know there's some side effects with that, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but I know we're going to be gone because we have to go an hour into town to get the shot. So as soon as I get off work, we're going to head into town. We'll be there for a little while. Hour back. I mean, I probably won't be back till the evening. So I don't know how much, and then depending on how I feel, I don't know how much I'm gonna get done. Then Tuesday, again, not sure if I'm gonna feel bad after the shot. I also have a really uncomfortable meeting with my boss on Tuesday that I'm not looking forward to, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel emotionally after that meeting. So, because I'm wanting to talk to her about some concerns that I have. So it's super uncomfortable. But I have to do it because us women, we don't stand up for ourselves enough, and it's time that I start advocating for myself, you know? I need to have the chutzpah of a white cis man, right? So, that's what I'm gonna. Anyway, my point was, I don't know how I'm gonna feel on Tuesday either. So we do have the slumber party on Thursday, so maybe I'll get some done then. But on those fun days, I tend to not get as much done. It sounds like I'm already giving myself excuses. I need to stop that. But I'm hoping that when you guys see me next weekend, I have made progress. Sorry, Aaron is sending me TikToks. I hope that by the time I see you guys next weekend, I will have made progress. Act 1 will be done. I'll be into the fun and games. We'll see. But next weekend is the last weekend I have to really make a huge impact. And now I also have to film next weekend because this is the last week of video that I had pre-filmed. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm a little stressed. I'm a little nervous about tomorrow, about getting the vaccine. I mean, of course I'm excited to get it. I'd rather get the vaccine than get COVID, but I am nervous about it. It's just nerve-wracking. I have a lot of emotions about just kind of all of it. And I think we're going to start seeing that from people. I think we've been in the process of being traumatized for over a year. And I think once we get some sort of feeling of closure or ending to that, I think a lot of feelings are going to hit us. So I feel like it's going to be an emotional roller coaster this week. But anyway, I did finish this, so I feel good about that. I can move on to another book. Oh, also speaking of books, I am really excited because we just found out today that there is going to be a Save the Cat Writes a YA novel coming out next summer. So I don't know if it'll have a lot of new information in terms of the beats, but it'll be nice to see examples of YA books being applied and explicated by it, and to kind of see breakdowns of some popular YA books. So I think that's really helpful. So exciting news on that front. But in less exciting news, I need to go to bed because I do have to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna take my gorgeous sleep gummies. Again, not sponsored, but they help me fall asleep every single night. So I can't stop shouting them from the rooftops. Literally nothing has ever worked for me. If you're curious about these, I'll link them down in the description. Also, Nature's Bounty, do you want to sponsor me? Call me. I promise I'll brush my hair. Okay? So anyway, So that's how my weekend went. I wrote a little over 2,500 words. I finished reading this. I probably would have done more if Frenemies didn't decide to do a live 2.5-hour podcast today. But aside from that, I feel good. I feel like I made progress, and that's the most important part. So hopefully this week I'm able to do a little bit every day. That's the goal for the week. But I guess you'll have to check in next weekend to find out what I did get done and to see what I do next weekend. So if you're not already subscribed and you enjoyed hanging out with me this weekend, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that other people might enjoy hanging out with me too. And I will see you guys again next weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.